Did you know that not having enough potassium in your body can cause muscle weakness, constant cramps, irregular heartbeat, and even increase the risk of silent cardiac arrests? That's right. And what's even more concerning is that many people over 60 deal with these symptoms every single day, without even realizing they might have low potassium levels. As the body gets older, the kidneys lose efficiency, and even nutrient absorption slows down. But what almost nobody tells you is that it's not enough to just eat bananas or take supplements. There are specific vitamins that help your body hold on to potassium much more efficiently. And without them, potassium simply leaves your body through urine, no matter how much effort you put into eating right. Today, I'm going to show you 3 powerful allies. 2 of them are essential vitamins, and 1 is a mineral that works like a key piece in this puzzle. If you want more energy, balance in your body, and especially avoid serious health problems, this video is for you. Stick with me until the end, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because here we're serious about aging with health, independence, and quality of life. Shall we go together? Have you ever felt those cramps that show up out of nowhere at night? Or weakness in your legs after climbing just a few steps? A lot of people over 60 go through this and think it's just a part of getting older. But what almost no one talks about is that this could be caused by a silent imbalance. The potassium your body isn't managing to use properly. And this is where a name comes in that few people connect to it, but it makes all the difference. Vitamin B6. You might be asking yourself, what does vitamin B6 have to do with potassium? The answer is everything. It's like a behind-the-scenes helper. It doesn't directly raise potassium levels in your blood, but it helps your body use the potassium that's already there. In other words, even if you eat bananas, sweet potatoes, or drink coconut water every day, without enough B6, that potassium might just be going to waste. And this becomes even more important as the years go by, when your metabolism doesn't work the same way anymore. Vitamin B6 plays an active role in the metabolic reactions that balance electrolytes in the body, and potassium is one of them. It directly affects how your cells use potassium, helping to keep your muscles, nerves, and even your heart working properly. Now imagine, if you're lacking B6, that balance gets lost. The result? Tiredness with no clear reason, weakness, dizziness, and even changes in your heartbeat. And the scariest part is that this deficiency can go completely unnoticed in regular checkups. That's right. A lot of people spend years suffering from symptoms, only treating the consequences and not the real cause. The good news is that this vitamin can be easily found in food. Foods like chicken, fish, especially salmon, chickpeas, potatoes, and bananas are rich in B6. But here's an important warning. As you get older, your body's ability to absorb this vitamin from the gut can slow down, even if you eat well. That means that in many cases, your body simply can't fully use what you're eating, and that includes B6. This is why having medical or nutritional guidance makes such a huge difference, especially if you're already feeling some of the symptoms I mentioned. And there's more. Recent studies show that proper B6 supplementation can help improve how potassium is distributed to muscle cells, which is key to keeping your strength and independence as the years pass. So this isn't just about feeling better today. It's about making sure you'll still have energy and mobility in the years to come. But be careful. It's no use running out and taking any supplement on your own. Too much B6 can cause other problems like tingling or loss of sensitivity. That's why it's always best to look for a professional who knows what they're doing and can figure out what your body really needs. If you've made it this far, you've already taken an important step. Now you know that vitamin B6 could be the missing key to getting potassium to work the right way in your body. And that's something that can totally change your energy, your mood, and even how safe you feel when walking. So tell me down below, have you ever heard about the connection between vitamin B6 and potassium? Have you ever felt symptoms like the ones I described? Drop it in the comments because your experience can help other people too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because in the next topics I'm going to reveal 2 more key pieces in this health puzzle, and you won't want to miss it. Alright, now that you've understood how vitamin B6 helps your body use potassium better, it's time to talk about an even more strategic piece in this health puzzle: vitamin D. A lot of people think it's only for strengthening bones, but the truth is that vitamin D does way more than that, especially when it comes to electrolyte balance and kidney function, two things that directly affect potassium levels in your body. And here's a warning that very few people know. Having low vitamin D can make it harder for your kidneys to hold on to potassium, even if you're eating well or taking supplements. This happens because vitamin D plays a key role in regulating how your kidneys work. It acts like an invisible controller that helps the kidneys keep important minerals inside the body, and potassium is one of the main ones. In other words, without enough vitamin D, your body might just start flushing potassium out through urine. Like your health is literally leaking away. And the worst part, this happens silently. It doesn't hurt. There are no warnings, but little by little, it drains your energy, your strength, and your motivation. And for anyone over 60, this can mean way more than just feeling tired. It can lead to a higher risk of falls, losing independence, and even serious heart problems. Have you noticed how your body changes over time? What used to take just one good night of sleep to recover now takes days. And one of the reasons is that as we age, our bodies lose the ability to naturally produce enough vitamin D, especially because aging skin doesn't make as much when exposed to sunlight. On top of that, a lot of older people end up spending less time outdoors, whether it's because of safety, mobility, or just habits. The result? A chronic and growing vitamin D deficiency. And the impact isn't just on your bones. It hits your heart, your muscles, your immune system, and of course, your potassium balance. A study published in international medical journals has already shown that people with low vitamin D levels have a higher risk of electrolyte imbalances. And that includes potassium. This backs up what many modern doctors have been saying for a while now. Vitamin D is one of the main pillars of health in your senior years, and it deserves extra attention. But don't worry, the good news is that this can absolutely be improved, as long as it's done the right way. In many cases, getting regular sunlight at safe times helps a lot. Just 10 to 20 minutes a day, with arms and legs exposed to the morning sun before 10 a.m., or late afternoon after 4 p.m., can work wonders. Besides that, foods like eggs, liver, and fatty fish like sardines and salmon are also good sources. But let's be real, depending on the situation, taking supplements might be necessary, especially when the deficiency is already there. And this brings up something super important. Never do this on your own. Too much vitamin D can put stress on your kidneys, and guess what? That also affects potassium. So the best thing is to take supplements with guidance, ideally from a doctor or a functional nutritionist who can adjust the dose to fit exactly what your body needs. Look, taking care of your vitamin D isn't just about keeping your bones strong like people used to say. Today, we know it's a powerful ally to help keep potassium right where it needs to be, inside your body, doing its job properly. And what's really at stake here is your independence, your mobility, and your well-being for the years ahead. Now tell me, did you already know about the connection between vitamin D and potassium? Have you ever had a vitamin D deficiency? Drop it in the comments, because this could open a lot of people's eyes who also need this information. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do it now. The next topic is going to talk about a mineral that works behind the scenes, and without it, potassium simply can't stay inside your cells. Now that you've understood how vitamin D helps your kidneys hold on to potassium more efficiently, it's time to talk about another super important player in this story, and one that most people overlook: magnesium. Yes, magnesium. Most people only think about it when they have cramps or muscle pain. But what hardly anyone knows is that without enough magnesium, your body simply can't keep potassium inside the cells. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much you eat potassium-rich foods or take supplements, if your magnesium is low, the potassium just gets flushed out through your urine. And you keep feeling the same symptoms. You know that feeling of constant weakness? Like your legs don't feel steady anymore? Or when your heart starts skipping beats and you think it's just stress or tiredness? Well, it could actually be low potassium caused by magnesium deficiency. And this becomes even more serious after 60, when your body's ability to absorb minerals from food starts to drop, and your kidneys become more sensitive to imbalances. Here's a fact that very few people know. Studies show that around 70% of people over 60 are magnesium deficient and have no idea. That's because regular blood tests don't always catch this problem, since most of the magnesium is stored inside the cells, not in the bloodstream. The result? A lot of people end up suffering in silence, thinking it's normal to feel weak with age, when in fact, the problem is nutritional, and it has a solution. Magnesium works like a stabilizer in your body. It controls the flow of potassium in and out of the cells and takes part in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. Yep, more than 300. Things like blood pressure control, muscle relaxation, proper nerve function, and even energy production. It's like magnesium is the body's electrician, keeping everything running smoothly, including the heart's battery. Now here's the most worrying part. This deficiency can quietly get worse because of common medications taken in older age, like diuretics and some blood pressure meds. These drugs help manage blood pressure, but also increase the loss of both magnesium and potassium through urine. In other words, what helps in one area can cause a problem in another, unless you're paying attention to the whole picture. The good news is that you can boost your magnesium levels safely, starting with food. Foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, avocado, bananas, and whole grains are excellent natural sources. And the best part? They're tasty, affordable, and easy to add to your everyday meals. On top of that, there are magnesium supplements in different forms, like magnesium chloride, magnesium malate, and magnesium glycinate, each with a specific purpose. But again, having professional guidance is key, because too much magnesium can also cause side effects, especially for people with kidney problems. So balance is everything. And here's something important to remember. Magnesium and potassium go hand in hand. If you only replace potassium without checking your magnesium, you run the risk of getting no results at all, or even making the imbalance worse. Taking care of magnesium is like taking care of the foundation. It's like fixing the structure before painting the walls. When magnesium is at the right level, potassium has the support it needs, and your body responds with more strength, more energy, and more vitality. Aging with health isn't luck. It's a choice. It's prevention. It's knowledge put into practice. Now tell me, did you already know about this connection between magnesium and potassium? Have you ever felt like you're eating well but still not getting better? Drop it in the comments, because this could open a whole new path of understanding for a lot of people dealing with the same doubts. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time. The next topic is going to show how everyday foods can be your best allies for keeping potassium in balance. And you definitely won't want to miss it. Now that you've understood how magnesium is essential to keep potassium inside your cells, it's time to talk about what, for many people, is the safest and most affordable way to balance this mineral day by day: food. Yes, the right foods can make a huge difference in your health, especially when it comes to natural potassium. And I want to show you that you don't need expensive formulas or miracle products. The solution might be right there, at your local market, your grocery store, or even in your own kitchen. But before I show you the foods, let me give you an important heads up. Most people over 60 consume less potassium than they should, and they don't even know it. And it's not always because of carelessness. The truth is, over the years, we slowly change what we eat, sometimes for convenience, sometimes because of dental problems, digestion issues, or even a lack of appetite. And without noticing, we stop including potassium-rich natural foods in our routine. The result, that constant feeling of weakness, frequent cramps, blood pressure going up and down, and a body that just feels off. The best part is that, unlike many medicines and supplements, potassium from food doesn't overload your kidneys, as long as it's consumed in balanced amounts. And this is the beauty of nature. It gives us exactly what we need in the right dose, along with other nutrients that help with absorption. Let's talk about the stars of the show. Starting with the most famous one, banana. Simple, affordable, and loved by almost everyone. Bananas are rich in potassium and also have fiber that helps with digestion. One medium banana has around 420 milligrams of potassium, but it's best to eat it ripe and in moderation, especially if you have diabetes. Avocado. This one is truly a treasure for the heart. Besides potassium, avocados have healthy fats that help protect your blood vessels. Half a medium avocado offers around 480 milligrams of potassium. You can enjoy it in smoothies, salads, or even plain with a drizzle of olive oil and lemon. Sweet potato. Boiled or baked, it's an excellent source of potassium. Plus it's high in fiber and has a lower glycemic index than regular potatoes. One medium sweet potato gives you more than 500 milligrams of potassium, and it's super tasty. Spinach. This is a power veggie. Besides potassium, it's packed with iron, magnesium, and antioxidants. The best way to eat it is lightly sautéed or in green juices. 1 cup of cooked spinach has nearly 460 milligrams of potassium. Coconut water. One of the most natural and refreshing ways to hydrate your body and replenish minerals. 1 cup of coconut water has about 400 milligrams of potassium and can be sipped throughout the day, especially on hot days. Beans. Whether it's pinto, black, or white beans, they're an awesome source of potassium and plant-based protein. Half a cup of cooked beans can have up to 550 milligrams of potassium. Just be mindful to go easy on the salt when cooking so it doesn't mess with your blood pressure. Cantaloupe melon. Often forgotten, but super rich in potassium. This orange-fleshed melon is refreshing, tasty, and light. 1 medium slice has around 400 milligrams of potassium and also brings vitamins A and C. Now here's an important tip. Try to mix these foods throughout the week without overdoing it, and always pay attention to how your body feels. The secret isn't eating too much of one thing. It's about balancing different sources. This helps your body absorb better and prevents overload. And if you feel like you're eating well but still feel tired or weak, it's worth checking with a professional to see if there's an absorption issue or if you might need some extra support. Sometimes the problem isn't what's going in, it's what your body isn't managing to use properly. Now tell me, which of these foods do you eat most often? Were any of them part of your childhood, but you kind of stopped eating them over time? Share it here in the comments, because these conversations help bring back memories, encourage healthy habits, and can inspire others too. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time. Because in the next topic, I'm going to show you natural options in capsules and powders that concentrate potassium and make your routine way easier, especially for those with little appetite or difficulty chewing certain foods. I'll see you there. Alright, now that you already know the most potassium-rich natural foods, it's time to talk about an option that's becoming more and more popular, especially for those who have little appetite, trouble chewing, or just a busy routine. Natural potassium supplements. And before you think this is just something for young people or athletes, let me explain something important. Supplementing potassium in a natural way can be a powerful tool to help maintain good health as we age, as long as it's done with awareness, responsibility, and the right product. What most people don't know is that there are natural and concentrated forms of potassium that come straight from food, just in more convenient versions, like powders, capsules, or freeze-dried extracts. And this can be a lifesaver for anyone who struggles with eating large amounts of food or just wants a safe way to support their nutrition. Let's check out the main ones. Green banana powder. This is a functional supplement that's been getting a lot of attention, not just for being rich in potassium, but also for helping gut health, improving the gut microbiome, and stabilizing blood sugar levels. Green bananas, when turned into powder, keep most of their nutrients, and potassium is one of them. You can mix it with water, yogurt, or use it in recipes. And the best part, it's natural, affordable, and well tolerated by most people. Dehydrated coconut water in capsules. This is a super practical version of one of the best natural electrolyte drinks. Coconut water, when dehydrated and properly encapsulated, keeps a good amount of its original potassium, along with other minerals like magnesium and sodium in balanced proportions. perfect for anyone who needs more convenience or can't drink too many liquids because of kidney or mild heart restrictions. Freeze-dried avocado extract. Freeze-drying is a process that preserves food without destroying its nutrients. An avocado, already rich in potassium in its natural form, becomes a super functional supplement when properly freeze-dried. Besides potassium, the extract also contains healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants, all packed into a capsule or a small sachet. Now, here's a very important thing to clarify. These natural supplements are not the same as synthetic potassium supplements or medications, which require a medical prescription and can be dangerous if taken without supervision. Natural products are made from real foods, and because of that, they are absorbed more gently, have a lower risk of stressing the kidneys, and are less likely to cause side effects. Even so, it's essential that you talk to a health professional before starting any supplement, especially if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, heart problems, or kidney issues. The idea here isn't to replace medical care, but to safely support your nutrition in a smart way. And you know what's interesting? Many of these supplements have already been used by professionals who work with seniors for years. Nutritionists, geriatric doctors, and more up-to-date clinicians know how valuable these natural alternatives are, especially when someone is eating less, losing muscle mass, or feeling constant fatigue. So, if you've been feeling weak even though you're eating right, or if it's hard to keep a varied diet every day, it's definitely worth checking if one of these supplements could help you. Sometimes, a single capsule with breakfast or a sachet mixed into your yogurt can make more of a difference than you might think. And remember, supplementing isn't a luxury. It's about taking care of your body wisely, using what nature already offers, but in a way that's practical and fits your routine. Now I want to know, have you ever used any of these natural supplements? Have you heard about green banana powder or coconut water capsules? Drop it in the comments because a lot of people are looking for real, practical solutions like these, and your experience could help others too. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time, because in the next topic I'm going to talk about a silent risk that many people ignore: having too much potassium in the blood. And yes, it can be just as dangerous as not having enough. Now that you know how to safely boost your potassium, whether through food or natural supplements, I need to give you a very important warning. Too much potassium can also be harmful. And the name of this risk is hyperkalemia. It's a serious problem, but often a silent one. You know why? Because the symptoms can easily be mistaken for something else: weakness, unusual tiredness, tingling in the hands and feet, irregular or slow heartbeat. All of this can seem like just getting older, but it could actually be a sign that your potassium levels are too high. And for anyone who already has kidney problems, heart failure, or diabetes, this can be even more dangerous. The kidneys are responsible for removing excess potassium. If they're not working properly, potassium starts building up in the body, and that can lead to serious arrhythmias or even cardiac arrest. Another important point: high-dose potassium supplements, especially synthetic ones or compounded without medical supervision, can also increase this risk. Sometimes, people are trying to do something good for their health, but end up putting themselves in danger simply because they didn't have the right information. That's why the golden rule is simple: always aim for balance. Before starting any kind of supplementation, even if it's natural, talk to your doctor or nutritionist. A simple blood test can show if you really need it or not. Remember, potassium is essential, but in the right amount, the right way, and with the right guidance. There's no magic formula, only being responsible with your body. Now tell me, have you ever heard about hyperkalemia? Do you know anyone who had too much potassium? Share it in the comments, because this is a serious topic that not enough people are talking about. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now's the time, because in the last topic, I'm going to show you how to put all of this together in a practical way in your daily life, with simple tips to help you age with more energy and independence. Now that you know which vitamins, minerals, foods, and even supplements help balance potassium in your body, you might be wondering, okay, but now what? How do I actually put all this into practice without making my routine complicated? The answer is one step at a time. You don't need to change everything overnight, but you can start with small, mindful choices that over time make a huge difference in your health. For example, have you thought about adding a banana or a serving of beans to your lunch more often? Or swapping that afternoon cookie for a slice of melon or a glass of coconut water? These are simple changes but with a direct impact on your potassium levels. If you have trouble eating or preparing these foods every day, you can talk to a nutritionist about natural supplements like green banana powder or coconut water capsules. All with proper guidance, of course. The secret is balance. Eat well, stay hydrated, move your body, and take care of your health with love. And how about you? Which of these tips are you going to start using first? Tell me in the comments. If you've made it this far, you've already taken a step that many people haven't had the courage to take yet. Looking for quality information with calm, responsibility, and a real desire to take care of your own health. And this, especially after 60, is more than important. It's urgent. Throughout this video, you've learned that potassium isn't just some random mineral. It's essential for your body to function properly, especially for your heart, your muscles, and your nervous system. You've also seen how vitamins like B6 and D, magnesium, natural foods, and even the right supplements can help you keep potassium in balance. And with that, give you more energy, more strength, less tiredness, and a lot more independence in your daily life. But I need to remind you of something essential. All of this only works when done responsibly. That's why, before making any changes to your diet or starting any supplements, talk to a trusted doctor or nutritionist. They'll look at your history, your lab tests, and guide you on what's truly best for you. Your health deserves this care. Don't just rely on what works for others. Take care of yourself in a way that's personalized for you. Now, if this content helped you in any way, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you learned, what you're going to start doing in your routine, and even what you'd like to see in future videos. Your participation is super important, not just for me, but for everyone else who's also looking for better health and quality of life, just like you. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with the people you love. Because shared health is multiplied care. Take care of yourself today. Your body will thank you tomorrow.